Christine.
Hey Christine, it's Roman and Lori and Dwayne on speakerphone in the meeting room here. How are you?
Hi. Good. How are you guys?
Good. So you kind of want to plan your life, I understand it.
Yeah, I was just wondering what you guys were thinking.
I didn't think attorneys planned anything. I thought they flew by the seat of their pants day to day. I'm just kidding. Yeah, well, we know that Ellen kind of postponed her arrival date, and I know there's district court that week, so yeah, that might be helpful for you. Who knows what's going on to kind of ease her into it. At least that's my thoughts on it. Mm-hmm. And Lori and Dwayne's nodding too. So what do you propose? We just take the same terms of your contract and just extend the date?
Well, so when is she supposed to be there?
On January 5. And so I know there's what, district court on the next day or the next day? The 9th. The 9th. So.
Oh, okay. So I was told that she was going to be here on the 9th. So anyway, okay. So she's going to be here on the 5th. Is she?
Well, is she going to be here just for the day, ladies, or is she going to be? Does she anticipate being here, moved in?
She didn't really specify.
Well, we just know she's going to be here on that day, and we thought that if we did extend the contract with you, as suggested, at least she could walk with you, talk with you, and get caught up to speed in your presence. But
so how long do you think that she would want me around?
Till the 9th?
Yeah, just until.
That's my thought.
Yeah.
I mean, if,
Oh,
Yeah.
so you would want me to be there for district court on the 9th?
Yeah.
if that would work for
'Cause-
you.
Yeah, and then
So like the first week in January and then the 9th, and then she would take over fully on the 10th.
yes.
Okay, yeah, that sounds fine.
Oh wow. Okay. For a moment there, I thought you were going the other way with that. Okay.
I was thinking I was like, well, I have a little bit of negotiating power. Maybe I should ask them to give me one of the mounted racks from
A what?
the Fish, Wildlife and Parks. One of the mounted.
Oh, one of those racks. Oh. Oh. Well, I was gonna say we could give you a complimentary coffee cup of a commissioner here that's really big.
Oh, wow. Oh,
You can have any one of them that says Fish, Wildlife, and Parks on it. You can't have the one to my left because that's my son's. The one that's the European mount.
okay, well, I guess I'll just see you guys after the holidays then.
And so, do we need to put pen to paper on anything, or what do we do, counselor? Just take the same terms and change the date to the 9th and sign it and send it to you, or?
Yeah, let me think about this. You could just write an amendment to the contract and just say the same terms apply and we're extending the contract until January 9th.
Okay. I think we can figure that one out. Well, that one's easy.
Yeah.
Thanks for the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks again, Christine, for being willing to help, and I'm sure she'll appreciate you being able to update her on the players and the background and all that. So then the next week when she's on her own, she at least has some narrative to go along with everything. So.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well, thank you guys and have a happy holiday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Merry,
you too.
Merry Christmas,
Merry
Christine.
Take care.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
The same terms and conditions apply. Just simply extend it to January 9th at 5 o'clock, I guess. End of the day.
All right, we're here today to swear Roman Zylawy in to his next term for County Commissioner of Mineral County, State of Montana. If you repeat after me, I do solemnly swear that I will support, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States
I do solemnly swear that I will support, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Montana, and I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity, so help me God.
and the Constitution of the State of Montana, and I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity, so help me God.
All right. By the powers invested in me.
Thank you, Mr. Simon.
Thank you. Welcome to another 6 years.
Yeah,
Jen.
yeah,
So
good
you guys
idea.
might wanna back up and do that. I don't,
Mm-hmm.
it's up to you.
Do we need to call her?
Or do we need to, oh, yeah.
No, I'll just make a motion that we extend Christine Ackland's contract till January 9th.
Mhm.
I would second that motion.
All in favor of extending Christine Ackman till January 9th with the same terms and conditions, say aye.
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 Good idea, Charlie.
Yeah.
Good job.
Is that because Ellen's not?
But because there's court.
There's district
on-
court right
on
out of
the
the,
ninth.
right out of the gate, so Christine's gonna kinda show her the players and show her the background on the cases so that she's not totally in the dark for any future trials, plea bargains, et cetera. Right.
Our taxpayers can't afford it.
Well, no, but she
So
was
you
saying,
would never-
but you wouldn't have to have, like, you could do it, but like you said,
You would-
everybody would shut their doors and move away. Who wanted to live here and pay? Because if we ended up having to make up the difference after 3 years, I mean, for everybody, that 1.2 million would translate into approximately an $18,000 increase. There's 5,400 taxpayers in the county, and we have to make up 1.2 million. If you divide 5,400 taxpayers, I mean, I know that's a simplification. Some land is
Right.
worth more, some's bigger, blah, blah, blah. But there are 5,400 taxpayers who pay taxes in the treasurer's office. So just for simple math, 1.2 divided by 5,400 people is an $18,000 increase per taxpayer. That's not how it would actually shake out, but that kind of gives you a shocking awareness of what that money would mean for a county this small.
Yeah, but, and you've got 3 years to kind of maybe. come
Well,
up
the
with
county would have
something.
3 years to try to say, okay, well, that'd give me enough time to put my place up for sale.
But the schools, that would go in, they would feel that in their budget in the fall of
Because
17,
they
is
don't-
what you're saying.
They don't have the reserve built up, like Tim's pointing out. They usually spend it every year, the SRS money.
So it'd be fall of 17 that they would be short funds.
Mhm.
Wow. Huh.
And so, let's see.
Because the money that they're gonna get this spring, that doesn't go into
Mhm.
next school year? That's right.
No, it's already anticipated for this
This year.
this year. So next year, they wouldn't be getting it, so they wouldn't be able to anticipate that.
But, yeah, but 450,000, that's the school's portion, divided by 5,400 taxpayers would be $83.30. So, wait, now that can't be right, is it? There isn't enough zeros on that. Yeah, but, yeah, like she pointed out, it would just be too expensive to live here. I don't think anybody could afford those kind of increases.
So what else are you guys, I mean, what are you gonna do, outside of talking to Danes and, the legislators to try to get
Yeah?
some money, to get the SRS and the PILT funds back?
Yeah.
I mean, is there anything else cooking that, we talked about the tax, possibly increase, doing the tax on the Forest Service
Mhm.
land, increasing that, sending them a tax bill just to get their attention.
Mhm.
But is there anything else, have you guys talked about doing anything else at this point?
No, I mean, like you overheard that the reason why we're having to rely on this money is because the forest that used to be managed and providing our economy has just been tied up, so that's all we have left. Either give us the SRS money continuously, or change how you're managing the forest.
Mhm. But there's nothing else going on?
No.
No increase in,
Mm-mm.
no businesses on the horizon,
Mhm.
manufacturing, any kind of a business coming into the area
Mhm.
outside of Shyrock?
Yeah.
That's about the only thing that might be bringing people into the area.
Mhm. Yeah. Maybe my calculator is wrong. Maybe my math, don't quote me on that.
Okay.
1.2, because I gotta get a better this runs out of zeros.
Not enough zeros. I know, I just get nervous when it comes to money. It's like, God, I don't know if
Yeah.
this is right.
Yeah, it'd be more like 185, not 18,000. $185 more a year.
Okay.
Yeah. Zero was in the wrong spot.
All right. Outside of budget, anything else you guys are focusing on this year?
Well, I aren't like, budgets aren't gonna be a big deal, you know, I mean, what we went through last year, and I don't look for it to get any better.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know what we're gonna do about public safety,
Possibility of more cuts coming?
I mean, it's something that
Yeah.
we're,
And layoffs possibly.
Yeah. And we're going to focus more on jobs and working with what we have and continuing to build on the industry that we have.
That's gonna be a rough year, because what's befallen Mineral County in the last couple of years is now finally hitting at the state level, and the legislature's gonna be doing kind of what we did this summer, trying to pinch pennies and cut all the agencies, 5 to 10% from DOT, Highway Patrol, Department of Family Services, all that, so. It's gonna be a rough year for us to try to ask for more, at least from the state, when they're all having their own issues with the state entities. Mr. Kepke.
Morning.
Coal and gas and oil and mining. And all those things that made Montana wealthy are now bad words to say.
Do you think that with the new administration,
that's
we
what I was
might
gonna
see a
say,
shift?
hopefully the new
Yeah.
administration will turn that around. We can only hope.
Well, and I would hope that the newly elected governor would have some very wide open eyes as to what's going on. What initiated it was that email that Willie sent out last Friday. And he said that Tricon had put a letter together, and he was wondering if the commissioners would sign on to it. Do you have the Tricon letter, Charlie?
Yeah, the one that Willie sent,
Yeah.
this one. There's like 3 letters floating around that are all,
What's the third one?
the one that we did.
Yeah, the one in the signing folder.
Oh, there is one in this
Yeah.
one. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there's an email.
It's this one? That's the signing folder one?
No,
I got it right here.
That's the one, Kevin.
yeah, that's,
Oh, that's what I was.
You get the coalition.
There's one from Willie, one from Kevin for the coalition, and then
One from the commissioners.
one from the commissioners.
I saw really on an email.
Or that would just stick them all
some of the emails have been attached to something that I think has a body.
I don't, yeah. Did you read it?
Mm-mm.
That's kind of a blend of the two, I think. But I think Kevin should send his also, if he hasn't already.
I think he did.
It was dated the 19th, so you should have gotten it by now.
Is, so Cheryl's been filling in, did Melinda go on vacation? Went into Missoula yesterday and it was a madhouse. Everywhere was packed.
Donna's gonna work part of the day tomorrow at Frenchtown, so I'm gonna go in and, she said, well, what are you gonna do? And I said, I don't know. You don't have any money, you know. Have I ever? It doesn't matter, I've got a new Cabela's card.
It's good.
Okay,
So, I'll make a motion that we send a letter to Tim Garcia inviting him to the coalition meeting in January.
okay. This is
You might wanna read it. Take
Out
some
loud?
comment, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's on the agenda for 10 o'clock today, so that's why Commissioner Johnson made a motion, but Commissioner Simons, for the benefit of the audience and the camera, I'll read it aloud. Dear Mr. Garcia, the Mineral County Commissioners, along with representatives from the County Extension Office, local businesses, hospital, school, and other citizens of Mineral County are members of the Mineral County Resource Coalition. Forest Service personnel from the Superior District have and continue to be strong supporters of the coalition, and we would like to thank Carol Johnson and you for the use of the conference room in the district office for our monthly meetings. The coalition members are unified with one goal in mind: preserve existing businesses and jobs and bring new businesses and jobs into Mineral County. Mineral County lies entirely within the boundaries of the Lolo National Forest. We rely heavily on the National Forest to help provide the resources to sustain our current job base and provide opportunities for future development in the form of new businesses and jobs. Some of the collaborative groups and national forests bordering the Lolo National Forest seem to be much more organized and informed than we are on the Lolo about the programs available through the Farm Bill. The Mineral County Resource Coalition has reached out to some of these folks for assistance with developing these programs. We have learned a lot and are currently moving ahead with a project under the Good Neighbor Authority. This effort requires a cooperative effort between the Lolo and our collaborative group. We would like to extend an invitation to you to attend our regular scheduled meeting on Tuesday, January 3, 2017, to share thoughts on the project. Hopefully, we have extended this invitation far enough in advance so you can make arrangements to be here. Please let us know as soon as possible if you are available. To Carol Johnson, CC and Leanne Martin, and Tim Garcia, Commissioner's signature line. Okay. Did you guys overhear you saying that you thought maybe this was too soon, you might not be able to make it?
Oh, well, I just, the
Thank
one
Carol.
that Kevin sent out, Carol just sent a comment back saying that with the holidays and everything, that the scheduling might, he might not be able to make that one, but
Mhm.
hopefully the one in February. So,
Yeah, it's the day right after the holiday,
yeah,
and
so,
it's,
Mhm.
I don't know how the pay periods fall this year with the feds. But some people could still be burning their leave,
Oh.
use it or lose it in the first week of January,
Hmm.
depending where the pay period is.
Mhm.
Well, at least it leaves an opportunity
Yeah.
open there
Yeah.
for him to respond.
right, he can say,
Set
well,
up
I
a
can't
date.
I can't make
Yeah,
January,
But I
but
could make
hopefully
February, yeah.
try to schedule for February, so. I think just the invitation, you know, saying we'd like to have you come.
Yeah.
Because the pay period would end January 6th, Friday the 6th.
If you're on the same pay period schedule.
Oh, aren't you guys every 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Oh. But the US government, you never know.
Never know.
Did you make a motion to approve
I did
that?
make a
I would
motion.
second that motion.
Okay, all in favor of the motion to sign and send the letter, say aye.
I,
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
So have you been to collaborative for a while, Glenn?
I haven't been for the last 2 or 3 months.
I haven't either.
I've had, VA runs or something else, I couldn't squeeze it in.
You know, there's been a lot of discussion in the past about the Vogons and the stewardship contract that they were awarded over there, and what brought all that about. And that's kind of where we would like to get to someday with this collaborative, is to have some kind of foothold and standing with, but you can't do it by yourself, just sitting there, you know, and if they don't get involved and Tim doesn't get involved.
Was the Vaughan deal with the Colville Forest or with the Panhandle?
I think it was with the Colville.
Okay, see, that's Region 6. A long time ago, they used to be part of our region, but it moved into Region 6.
And I'm not positive of that, but I think so.
That's the closest one. That's the one that surrounds them. But they also operate on the Panhandle and probably further west on the Wenatchee and some of that kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, and then way north.
Yeah, Okanagan.
Yeah. I know they do things a lot different over there on those forests than we ever thought about
It's
around.
probably a regional difference that makes you wonder.
Yeah.
And then North Idaho is with us in the region, but they still do things differently.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder
Yeah, it
what,
makes you wonder.
you'd think it would, you know, regulations on everything, and you can do this and you can do that, but they all seem to operate totally different. And then you get with the tribes, and, you know, they're completely different. I really like the job that they do with their ground over there. Like, the helicopter stuff that we did with them, you know, pretty rugged ground, a lot of it rocky, steep. And they would ground burn that after you were done with it and get rid of the log and slash. And we did a lot of pine, but there was a lot of fir too. And anything that was where they could get an excavator in there with those heads that grind, they would go in and grind that slash up anywhere it was flat enough to get those around. And, I mean, it looked almost like a rototilled garden the time you were done. And then 2 years later, geez, there's stuff growing all over the place. And lots of game, they got a lot of elk and a lot of deer. And it's completely different than what you see around here.
Yeah, most of the tribes are really proactive with their forestry anymore. And Nez Perce is the same way.
And they do pretty well, you know.
Well, I remember when they had the export yard down at the port, and the tribes were, as the sovereign nation, were exporting raw logs.
Here, I don't, it looks like it's kind of an extension of it, but here I'll let you look at the WIC program satellite agreement, continuing that ongoing joint cooperative agreement with Sanders County for the Mineral County WIC program.
Oh,
It requires my signature. I don't know if we need a motion on that or not, but I'd let you guys look at it.
yeah, we've been combined with them for a while, haven't we?
That came from Peggy, I think.
Oh, okay.
Please have commissioners review and sign and return it to the health department.
I would make the motion to approve that.
I would second that.
Okay. Motion been made to approve the satellite agreement, cooperative agreement with Sanders County for WIC in Mineral County. Say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. It's 10:33 now.
Okay. Lookout Pass expansion. Did you get your mailing from the Forest Service? Okay. I want to run over there after we're done here and see if I can at least get some maps so I can visualize the scale of it. But Commissioners commented that all care should be taken to preserve the Mullen Road, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Good, so that was in the record, and I might thumb through the hard copy just to make sure that that got posted where it needed to be. And is there anything new on the state line?
Yeah,
Call Tim.
Tim's been monitoring, following for us, and he got the attention of Danes and those guys, and they have somebody on it, because they
Okay.
all, he even found some old map from like 1912
Wow.
when,
It's right there.
oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah, it's right
And it
there.
shows, if you look at this, you can see where the original survey, before the interstate came and, moved that mountain of dirt out of the way, that it really did go the way
Oh my
Denny's
gosh.
been talking about all the time. So, here's Brimstone, because the railroad went right over the top, the old Northern Pacific,
Jim
right here.
Morton's office,
Yeah.
what's his
There's
secretary's
Northern
name?
Pacific.
Who?
Jim Morton's secretary's name?
Susan Coniger?
The Mullen Road, is it this one?
Yeah, that's Soham Pass.
Soham Pass,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Pass Creek, well, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, but there is where, because, the MP went right over the top, and into
Oh,
Wallace, so.
I slept
This
so
was
long
interesting
last
that you
night.
can see where it's a straight line, it's not doing what,
Mhm.
Corey was
The
supposed to
current
come
map
over, we had a
today.
chair that we were gonna give her, and
Does.
she moved
There's a
out
little
here.
bit
You know
more
that?
tax base,
You didn't know
right?
that?
yeah, if you look at, like.
She
You
and I-
probably, you
she
probably
and I-
knew it
They
before
got
I
even a
did.
jog,
Right.
and that one's no jog, it's a straight across.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, there are some buildings
Get it last night.
that would be affected in that tax.
And most of the expansion is on the Montana side, too.
Yeah.
Well,
So
is
that
he
adds
coaching
some
the
tax.
high school
Yeah.
girls? Oh, is
But,
he?
Tim Reed said it sounds promising now that everybody
Good coach, yeah.
is understanding and getting on,
Oh,
but it's just gonna be the slow
so
process.
she came over, and I was just in that foggy state. But I slept from about 7:30 till about midnight before my wife got me out of the chair, and I went to bed.
You woke up to go to bed?
Yeah. I felt pretty good when I got up this morning.
The other topic I had was just a question, if you can say anything about the Arstead suit over there by Two Rivers. It was on the agenda a couple weeks ago.
It was on there last week.
Was it last week?
I don't think that we have any developments in it, if there is a lawsuit.
Yeah, Mako's handling it,
Are they
our attorneys for Mako.
trying to get the county to abandon the right of way? Or? Because Tricon could use the public right of way through that parcel to get to the mill property. That's been the contention.
Yeah, I think Tricon settled with her, so.
They settled on a boundary adjustment. But as far as the passage through there, actually, where the road should have gone, or could go, was kind of between the house and the garage, or right through the house. It's kind of screwy when you look at the background of it.
Yeah.
Talking about Arstead, it's next to Tricon, County Road.
No, Mako's handling it for us. so.
Okay. We talked about Lookout Pass boundary, and Roman kind of updated us
I
on
think Tim wanted to talk
If you got
about that.
somebody's attention,
Stuff,
Oh,
too.
okay.
We'll ask him.
Yeah, Glenn I showed him your map, Tim, and told him that you had been finally getting some response from the congressional guys, but it's just gonna take a process for them to work on it at this point.
I went up there in a big look of rainstorm and took pictures showing rain coming out of off that maintenance building going right into the Montana flag. They switched the boundary, which hasn't been
I'll just
surveyed.
check them off on
The
here.
boundary has never been surveyed. Hydrogeological or
The sheriff's office
excavations,
did it.
changes in
Giving you-
topography. and the
Yeah,
state
except for-
line.
Yeah, Ronnie just wrote her.
Based on that. Training was covered in training theater, so a whole bunch of overtime. Yeah. Hey, the EIS came out for the makeup for the law.
let's see, the.
Oh, for the lookout.
the-
I just brought that up to him.
You did this with it?
No, I was gonna go to the station.
We just got ours.
You got a disc?
Yep.
Well, there's a lot of dry reading in that, you wanna read that puppy, that's a lot of pages and stuff. I believe that the maintenance building though, that's gonna definitely be on the Montana side in that parking lot. I thought that they said that that building is gonna be 7,000 square feet.
Wow.
A new building?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so the parking lot is on this side. The other thing that caught my interest is that they'll put the new Roa Tech outdoor toilet up there on the hill somewhere. And in the summer, the pump truck can get there, the pump truck, but in the wintertime, they get to haul sewage with their good old whatever system they use.
Probably a
I'm
groomer.
like going, yeah, what, where, when is that?
Really?
Carton tanks of pumping, septic pumping out of that.
Oh, you've heard that saying, don't eat yellow snow.
Yeah, but it ain't gonna be just yellow. is it?
Coyotes love it. So, are you gonna make some kind of comment, or did you make a comment on it?
Well, I've made the comments, but I haven't found in here yet where they have a section where typically they say these comments were received and, here's some response to them, but I haven't seen anything, because I don't see anywhere there they mention that the state line's in question. So. But it's an incredibly long but it's two things, it's the environmental impact statement and then the draft record of decision and stuff. And I'm thinking that the record of decision, it leaves a little bit to desire, but who's checking on who and when it's gonna be done. I mean, they say that there's check and balances in there, but
He had a bunch too, 28 hours.
But I did not realize through that whole process that they're gonna actually go up there and grade portions of that hill. I mean, I thought they were taking trees off and putting in the bases for the runs and the power line and the temporary road. There's sections in there where they're just gonna grade it, everything off of it, and then put the topsoil back and let it revegetate. And I'm like, I did not understand that.
To get the stumps out?
Just whatever, they're just, I mean, they're,
I could see if they had to grub out a lot of stumps, that they would
yeah.
have to regrade everything. Well, you know how logging equipment that comes into the county from elsewhere gets taxed? Business equipment tax?
Supposed to.
Supposed to, because I remember helping with that years ago. They would call me to locate equipment and operators and things. And would mobile maintenance equipment from a ski operation, if they like staged a whole bunch of equipment in this new shop on the Montana side, would that equipment be somehow taxable along with the structures?
Wherever the equipment is sitting January 1st, it's taxable.
But if it's side of the
If
state
they,
line?
if they happen to move it before the first year, whatever, which, whatever, but that's what I've confirmed with the Department of Revenue. Wherever equipment is setting January 1st, then it's supposed to be taxed in that location. So if Riverside doesn't move all this equipment, well, I don't know how they do the assessment for crushers and that piece of equipment, but they're gonna get assessed for all of that equipment sitting out here with that one. I don't know, you can't really see what's at the other pit, whether, I don't know if they moved that crusher down to this spot or whatever. I understood that Riverside has 3 crushers and
Huh.
they have 28 pits across the state.
I was thinking that they were still crushing down on this one when they started on this one too, but I'm not positive.
Well, that's what I thought, the way they should have been going in both places, because they were using that for the micro seal and this for the seat and craft, so.
Is the the pit at Fish Creek, is it fenced and secured like the one out here now?
It's mainly just got the highway fence. They did a better job on the gate fencing and stuff.
Oh, there is gate fence.
They had kind of put that up there. It's still got, I'm curious if all of the trucks can fit through all these St. Clair
No, the archway.
arch that they put out there, but I
Well.
think it's still there.
They'll knock the snow off the top of them if they don't. Huh. So how do you verify that, like, say up there on Lookout, how would you verify that equipment being there the 1st of January? I mean, if you went up there and took a picture on your phone,
Well, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'd talk to,
Department of Revenue, and
that was my understanding over the years, is that what's ever sitting on the fish
Yeah.
now, because, you know, I finish off sewer permits, you know, after the tax bill goes out or the house is getting constructed by the end of the year, and you know, if they don't catch that before January 1st, then there's a whole lapse in year that they don't have any tax consequences. But Tony, that was here before, he indicated that there was kind of some mid-year adjustment, that if they know something went up, and observe it, then it's like,
Just calculator really quick.
you don't pay, in 2017, if you get assessed or reassessed, you wouldn't pay that until November of 2017. So if they go out there and find a major change in that, I guess there's some way to maybe adjust that. But I don't know what happens to the new structures, whether they have to pay in 2017. If they're discovered in 2017, I don't know if they don't pay taxes until the fall of 2018. There's some cases where that's happened, where new construction has went for a full year without being taxed.
well, I know it's always been way more aggressive with that taxing on that equipment and stuff. I remember when I probably told you that story, but when Randy Reed first went into business, he had those 2 brand new excavators, and we were building the road over in Joe. Come to work one morning, and there's those stickers right on the door. And
I mean, it's almost like
he ended
more
up in
hours
court with
overtime
them
than there is
and got
hours
a dude.
available.
I mean, it was like
I forgot what Patty had.
$30,000
Well,
or something
yeah,
right
I
off
think,
the
yeah,
bat,
we just go
and they
in
wanted
and
it right
just-
now.
It's
Yeah, it's by
Okay.
order
Ronnie's
of
still working
the
overtime.
Shoshone County Sheriff's Office or
Double.
whatever.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying,
This will be
that's what we
enforced.
need to
Figure out.
It's Idaho
compare.
code.
Say,
blah,
okay,
blah, blah,
write
blah,
down
Yeah.
Yeah.
the days Ronnie worked
Mhm.
and whoever
Yeah.
had over,
Who the
just to
hell-
see who's.
Yeah, I don't know how
Mismanagement
consistent it
going
was
on.
around
Yeah.
here. You know, if it-
Yeah, I always wondered that
There
too.
was a few
You know, you
years-
talk to some of these people and, you know, well, we don't know if that got taxed or not. You know, well, we went up there to tax it and it was gone, or, but yet it's still sitting there and, you know. What else is new, Tim?
Might get a mini cabin outfit over on the gorge there. Bought up one of the last pieces of private property.
Oh, really?
Where
Put
at?
in a few bedroom cabins.
The Alberton Gorge?
Uh-huh.
Along the Sear Old 10 Highway?
Yeah.
Ah.
He owns half the trestle.
Oh.
We strategically split the trestle in 2.
So Bullocks own one half and this guy owns the other?
Yep, that's the way it is now. Because the assessment said that they assessed across the river, through the riverbed and all that, and you can't do that. Switch that around, but it begs the issue of who owns the trestle. Maybe this guy owns, he might have said he owned the whole trestle and he has a parcel on the east and an easement on the parcel on the west.
Hmm.
Huh.
So how much ground does he have down there then along the river? Or this piece of ground?
The total piece of ground was 11 acres, I believe, on both sides, so he picked up half.
Both sides of, oh, the trestle.
Yeah, where the trestle was sitting on both sides of the river.
Yeah.
There, between the two pieces of the railroad property. I believe, I seem to recall that the old parcel was 11 acres.
So 5.5 on each side, you kind of
So.
bulk.
No, but it,
So he,
over the 5.5 or.
uh-huh.
So
Is he
there-
one of the rafting guys already? Is he a Zootown surfer?
You know, I don't know that he's a rafting guy. He just said that he uses the gorge a lot and stuff, and he was gonna plant a little cabin out there for himself, and that's what we started with. And then he started talking, he said, well, maybe someday I wanna put a couple cabins in there, and I said, well, then do it right, and you're gonna have to get a consultant for the cabins part of it, because of the licensure of the thing. So anyway, I've had engineering firms contacting me about putting proposals together for them.
Because he'd be easily able to do it up on top, where it's not even near the river, you know, for septic and all that. But down on the bank would be a problem, you know, or down the hill.
I'm trying to visualize where the building sites would be.
Well, I don't know, he might put the cabins right on the old railroad.
The old railroad.
Because he's gotta use the north side over there, that's the only place we can put the drain field.
And for parking, or, you know. Yeah, because there's that big wide spot. I'm assuming that land goes with, no?
That's FWP.
Really? That turnaround area at the end?
FWP owns in between MDT and the railroad.
Really?
Really?
Interesting. Huh.
So he's.
So was that part of the Plum Creek deal? Or have they always owned that?
No, that was the FWP being really aggressive and buying up, that was one of the 11 parcels that they were buying successive years. They picked all them up. And that's what's really deceptive, is that the funding for the gorge parcels has nothing to do with Pittman Robinson, from what I understand. So when they try to claim that Pittman Robinson rules apply to that stuff along the gorge, it's like, I don't think so. And I don't think it's a mixture. I think just FWP, the parks don't own any of it, it's just FWP.
Speaking of that, did you see where Chad's been getting?
Yeah. Wonder what the heck happened there.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Why do I wonder?
No, why did he get whacked?
Yeah, that's what we mean. Yeah.
Did you send out the feelers and talk to somebody?
No, not yet. You know, because I kind of knew him a little bit when I had my idea about taking some of their money on registration for their state parks and carving it out for the Alberton Gorge Impact Fund. And he came over and visited me one time at Durango's and called a couple times. So, yeah, kind of surprised me that all of a sudden what happened.
Well, the first article said he was leaving, resigning, or something vague. And then the second article was pretty direct that he got cut.
Personnel issue, yeah.
Yeah.
But it has been a long-standing
Is he gonna be here?
feud between the game wardens and the parks.
Well, when they split those functions a few years ago, the biologists from the, I guess, the park side, the fishing access sites are managed by the biologists, not the people interested in parks.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a mixture.
Because we've quizzed them about making improvements at the fishing access sites. Creature Comforts, our community foundation had it as one of our ideas.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we could maybe do some matching funds or do something to coordinate, put nice little shelters and maybe plant a few trees and, you know, try to kind of spruce up the fishing access sites, make improvements, and they weren't interested.
Huh.
You know, the one there at Two Rivers, the resort district is interested in making any kind of improvements on that possible. It's right on the boundary of the resort district, and so that's kind of an issue. But you know how crowded it gets down there in the summer,
Yeah.
and people are parking out on a county road, and they've got their boat trailers jerked every which way
And that ain't an easy back in there either, you know?
no, it's not.
And you
very
always
good.
get somebody parking one right there where you try to swing around and, you know, it's an accident waiting to happen, and everybody wants to park under that shade tree.
And it's too bad that that downstream parcel that's being developed by those Idaho folks, too bad that
That wasn't part of
that got
that.
away, because that would have made a beautiful river access.
Yeah.
But that's entirely outside the resort district, so they couldn't have any sway with it.
Actually, it probably isn't, because the sewer line runs right down through there.
Is it through the access, or is it on how?
No, it's right through, it's right under the.
It was right under the access?
Curtis said when they took the excavator out there and started burying it in the river, he said there was one fisherman there and took his hat off and threw it. He said that was the only word that they seen, no, you know, the only one. And I said, boy, that's unheard of in this day and age.
Another thing the resort district has broached is a kind of a mini park idea in that sliver of undeveloped area that used to be a railroad siding for the bulk tanks and things back in the day, between Old Highway 10 and the interstate, across from the doghouse.
Yeah, yeah.
It's MRL mainly in there. And so the resort district has started a dialogue with MRL. And I don't know if they've talked to MDT about it, but about an approach, but, you know, there are some crude little roads in there still. There's still some old rail laying there that's all grown in by the trees and things. And we hatched an idea to maybe do a little wayside park for travelers and dogs, and maybe do a little railroad interpretation or river interpretation or something. You know, just a little pocket park there. One more nice little place to get people off the freeway to pull in there.
Yeah.
Of course,
It
it'll
could be
take-
another rail to trails,
Yeah.
another pond one.
A few years ago, they enlisted MSU department, what was it, landscape architecture or something or other department, the ones that helped with the plantings down at the four-way, the same department and the same professors did quite a plan, I've got a hard copy of it, of a trail system all around St. Regis.
Yeah, that was all part of that comprehensive deal of narrowing the highway and the whole,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, speaking of 135, can we tell yet if it got funded for next year? Or is
I
it-
think it was funded all along,
Or is it,
but construction.
or did it drop out with some of the other?
The trail portion of things is funded to about $400,000, but if they wanna finish it the way that the plans call for, that they put the plans in front of the project, which they have to do, but they need about another $1 million for MDT to finish
Oh, really?
the way the plans are set up to be finished and stuff, you know. The way it should happen right now is that they're still gonna proceed with the roadside trail and probably the crossing on that thing, but I don't think all of the improvements would be made unless they start coming up with additional funding.
Huh? Didn't know that. I really wish that they would do a 3-lane right there at the Tricon entrance to help them chip trucks out.
Yeah.
Turning lane.
Yeah, there's gonna be an accident there one of these days, and everybody's gonna say, boy, let's do a 3-lane then.
I thought turning lane for the whole thing would be
Yeah.
logical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and slow them down from that corner by Marie Lewis, and slow them down there and then go to a 3-lane, but.
But yeah, that Tricon intersection, since it's an acute angle for the trucks to get out of the yard.
Yeah.
Going.
Yeah, you can't
downstream.
get any speed up, and somebody coming even 55 miles an hour, if they ain't paying attention, they'll drive right through one of those chip trailers you watch.
Yeah, well,